Welcome to Search to Submit, a step-by-step guide to applying on USA Jobs. First, we'd like to welcome our presenter, Katie Green. Over the past decade, Katie has had the pleasure of working as a career advisor at universities in North Carolina and Washington, D.C. In 2023, Katie found her professional home here in SNHU's Career Services Department, and she is grateful to be able to support this wonderful community of learners. Katie is a strong believer that career development is an ongoing process throughout one's working lifetime, and that being mindful of this reality can allow for a more enjoyable career path. She holds a master's degree in higher education administration from Merrimack College and an undergraduate degree in liberal arts studies from UMass Lowell. Next, let us welcome our co-presenter, Brooke Brigham. Brooke started as a career engagement partner at SNHU in May of 2022. She primarily collaborates with university stakeholders in social sciences, health professions, and nursing. Most recently, Brooke held the Director of Career and Leadership Development role at a small private institution in the Worcester, Mass. Area. She has also served in student affairs positions related to student success and academic advising for the past 10 years. Brooke holds an MBA and an undergraduate degree in business administration with a minor in sports management from Anna Maria College. In her spare time, Brooke enjoys sports, the beach, finding coffee shops around New England, and spending time with her family and pup, Bergie. Welcome and thank you for joining today's session on securing federal jobs. While hiring freezes and job market fluctuations are outside of our control, what is within our control is understanding the federal hiring process and being ready to apply when opportunities arise. This session will equip you with the knowledge and strategies to navigate USA jobs effectively so you're prepared when positions become available. Regardless of any changes within federal agencies, the benefits of federal employment remain strong, and we'll explore those today. Please note that while federal hiring can be influenced by political factors, this presentation is focused solely on career readiness. So without further ado, I'll pass the microphone over to our presenter, Katie.
So much, Jen. Let me begin by providing an overview. We'll start by reviewing a few fast facts about federal employment, and then we'll review how to search the filters on USA Jobs. We'll then discuss the key elements to look for in a federal job description, and then we'll discuss using artificial intelligence to help you tailor your resume to a specific job. And lastly, we'll discuss the application timeline. Most federal employment positions are housed within the executive branch of the U.S. government. The 15 executive departments make up the President's cabinet, and these departments offer 430 places that employ 2.1 million workers, not including the military. In other words, there are plenty of opportunities for federal employment. Contrary to popular belief, 80% of federal jobs, not including the military, are located outside of Washington, D.C. The highest number of civil service positions outside of D.C. can be found in California, Texas, Florida, Georgia, Virginia, and Maryland. But again, all states offer federal employment opportunities. Many civil service positions offer loan forgiveness programs, which can be an enticing component of a competitive benefits package, such as the Federal Student Loan Repayment Program or the Public Service Loan Forgiveness Program. Often this benefit will be indicated in the job posting. Okay, now let's walk through the 5 steps of the search to submit process. Step 1 is to create a USA Jobs profile. Once you've logged in and created an account, be sure to select Profile at the top of the page. Building a profile offers several benefits, such as auto-completing certain fields in the job application process with your profile information, and improving your job search results looking for jobs that match your preferences. These are just some reasons why it's important to thoroughly complete your profile. Step 2 is to search for a job. So how do we go about doing that? When conducting your job search, you might feel tempted to simply type a job title in the keyword search and indicate your location. Although this is one way to search, it can lead to a limited search process. Instead, I encourage people to start by keeping the search bars empty and simply selecting the Search tab. This will bring you to the search page that contains the Filters section, and you can begin by considering if you'd like to include remote jobs in your search. Then, I encourage you to focus on the Hiring Paths tab. You'll want to select Open to the Public to ensure the job is available for people not already working in federal government. Then, you'll want to select Competitive Service to ensure the job is one where you submit your resume and compete against other applicants through an interview process versus simply being appointed to the position. The Student and Recent Graduate tab is helpful in refining your search for internships or early career positions. The recent graduate option is available to civilians within the first 2 years after graduation and within the first 6 years after graduation if you're currently serving in the military. Other filters may be of interest to you, such as the pay grade filter, if you know your qualifications. To summarize this filter's process, we focused on using the Hiring Path tab. This allowed us to then select the following filters: Open to the Public, Competitive Service, and Students and Recent Graduates. Step 3 is reviewing a job announcement. Once you've filtered your search, you can add a specific job title and select a job posting of interest. The job description lists all important sections at the top of the page for your convenience. However, I'll simply be scrolling down the page in this video. Again, be sure that the job is open to the public, as indicated here. It's imperative that you thoroughly review the Duties section. This section indicates the tasks required in the job. You'll want to ensure you have the transferable skills and necessary experience to do the job, and to use these key terms to tailor your resume appropriately. Then you'll want to review the Qualifications section, which will specifically outline the exact education and experience levels needed to be considered for a specific pay grade, in this case, a GS7. Some job postings, such as this one, will outline knowledge, skills, and abilities, or what we sometimes call KSAs, which specify the competencies required to be considered a qualified applicant and to successfully fulfill the requirements of the job. This job description's KSAs mention knowledge of human resources practices, effective communication, particular analytical and problem-solving skills, and the ability to manage multiple priorities. It will be imperative that you tailor your resume to describe how you meet these specific KSAs. Then you'll want to review the How You Will Be Evaluated section. Candidates will be evaluated as qualified, highly qualified, and best qualified, with the best qualified candidates being considered for an interview. Some job applications will require that you complete an online assessment that further details your qualifications and competencies. When reviewing the How to Apply section, some jobs will simply state the date and time the application will close, whereas others might add that it will close after receiving perhaps the first 50 applications. In this situation, if you did not carefully review this section and thought you could wait until the weekend to apply, it could be too late. Therefore, read the How to Apply section carefully so there are no surprises. Then, review next steps to ensure you're aware of the process after submission of your application, as indicated here. In summary, the key takeaway is to thoroughly read the entire job description every time you find a position of interest on USAJOBS. Now, I'll turn things over to Brooke as we transition to steps 4 and 5 in the search to submit process.
Awesome. Thank you, Katie. So the description is also important when using AI as a part of your search and reviewing the job description. Plus, it ensures you're prepared for any assessment questions and aware of deadlines by breaking the information down for you. So now together, let's use AI to streamline the process. Here is the prompt that I will place into a large learning model. I have a job description from USAJOBS. Please analyze it and provide the following. First, a summary of the eligibility requirements, citizenship, education level, and veteran status. Number 2, a list of required and preferred qualifications. 3, a checklist of required documents for the application. 4, keywords or phrases to include in a federal resume tailored to this specific job. And any deadlines or specific instructions for applying. Here's the job description. So I'm going to take this prompt and place it into a large learning AI model, as we'll see on the next slide. So in this video, I am currently reviewing a position on USAJOBS manually, and it's the job description of a community planner. So I'm going to copy the entire job description on the community planner, and then I'm going to paste it with my prompt already ready to go into an AI platform. So again, I copied the duties, qualifications, other important job description aspects. So I'm using ChatGPT. I'm pasting it into there, and we're clicking go, and we'll notice how the tool starts to highlight key sections like eligibility criteria, required skills, and even keywords to use in your federal resume. It also generates a checklist for required documents and deadlines so you don't miss anything. By using an AI tool like this, you can save a little bit of time and feel confident about your application that it meets all the requirements you need. So even though this tool summarizes the job description, don't just rely on AI. Once you have thoroughly reviewed a job description, you can move to step 4, prepare your application. If you have not crafted a federal resume before, USAJOBS will walk you through it. You can click the Build Resume option when in your profile, or in the application process, as you saw on the screen, the website will walk you through adding all details to your application. Again, be sure that you have read the job description fully and tailor your federal resume. We won't dive too much into creating federal resumes today, but remember, you can always meet with a career advisor to discuss your resume more. Here are some reminders. Unlike traditional resumes, federal resumes are detailed and longer, often 3 to 5 pages or more, depending on your experience. They often require more specific information too, such as full job descriptions for each position, including duties, accomplishments, and time spent on each task. Detailed contact information, including full address and phone number. Education information with dates, degrees earned, and any relevant coursework or honors. Exact dates of employment, including month and year for each job. Using keywords, because federal agencies will sometimes use automated systems or applicant tracking systems, sometimes called ATS, to screen resumes. And a focus on accomplishments. Use numbers and statistics where possible to quantify achievements. For example, maybe you managed a team of 10. The final piece I will add here is to make sure that your resume is searchable to employers once you have completed it or uploaded it to USAJOBS. This ensures hiring managers view your experience. Now you are ready for step 5, submit your application. So once you review the job announcement and have ensured your resume and any required documents are ready, you are going to click on the Apply button in the job posting. So here on the screen, I'm reviewing how to apply. I'm taking a look at the next steps, any other important information on that job posting, and then I'm scrolling back up to the top here, and you will see that there's an Apply button. So I'm going to click on that, and then all you'll do is follow the prompts to upload your resume and any additional documents. You'll be asked to submit any job-specific assessment questions as well, and you want to be sure to complete these thoroughly as they are used to assess your qualifications. After uploading your resume and other documents, you'll be given the chance to review your application before submitting it. Double check, of course, to ensure everything is accurate and complete. After reviewing, you'll click Submit Application. You'll receive a confirmation notice on the website that your application has been successfully submitted, and you'll also receive a confirmation email with the details of your application. Okay, so the timeline and tracking your application status. You can track the status of your application through the USAJOBS dashboard. The status will show if your application is under review or if additional steps are required. You'll be notified by email, as I shared before, if you're selected for an interview or if you're not selected. So the timeline for your application on USAJOBS can vary, of course, based on the position, agency, and applicant volume. But generally, it follows a few key stages. After the job posting closes, the HR team reviews applications, which can take up to 4 weeks, depending on the complexity and volume of submissions. If selected, you may be invited for an interview within 2 to 4 weeks of this review. After the interview, the hiring decision process, including reference checks and background screenings, can take another estimated 4 weeks. If an offer is made, you can expect additional administrative steps like security clearances, which may take another few weeks, leading to a final start date typically within 3 to 4 months from the initial application submission, sometimes even longer. While this process may seem very lengthy, it's important to stay patient and track the status of your application to stay informed. Now you have completed the 5 steps in the Search to Submit process. Create a USAJOBS profile is step 1. Step 2, search for jobs. Step 3, review the job announcement. Prepare your application in USAJOBS is step 4. And then finally, step 5, submit the application to the agency. If you missed a step or need more information, we have a lot of content available to review on our SNHU Career Services YouTube page. We've even created video tutorials that might help you. And of course, you can also always reach out to a career advisor for any guidance and assistance. Thank you for your attention to this presentation. And at this time, I'm just going to turn it back over to Jen to close us out.
Excellent. Thank you so much to Katie and Brooke, and thank you for joining us today. If you have any additional questions, please reach out to our SNHU Career Services team. Also, make sure to check out our resources like Career 360 and Handshake to find more SNHU career events in the future. Have a great day.